So my question to you is, do you think that we take our neighbors for granted, even though they might seem nosy and like out of time sometimes?
Well, it all depends, right? Because I mean, there's good, normal, and bad neighbors, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you have a normal or a good neighbor, maybe they're just being friendly and like you're just not in the mood where it's like yo, constantly minding my business. But they're just trying to make conversation, be chill, And then,
Mm-hmm.
well, when you eventually move, if you move or decide to live in another country or you go to study or whatever, you live in a dorm, things like that, and the neighbors just hate you or just like stuck up or just don't give a shit. I was like, you kind of be like, damn, you know,
Well,
I
I
miss
want
the
to
good old
tell you
days.
something. I want to like read something for you, right?
All
So
right.
this person said that she's moving tomorrow, right? And the old black lady, I don't know why she had to specify that it was a black lady, but the old lady that lives next door to her told
Mm-hmm.
her, I'm going to miss you. I used to stay up every night when you would go out with your friends, and I wouldn't go to sleep until I heard your door close, and I knew you made it home safe. And I was like, oh, those are the types of people that we take for granted.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real. That's sweet. That's so sweet that
Mm-hmm.
she does that. I mean, the girl who's moving is probably like a good person and stuff like that. So like the neighbor is like, okay, I'm gonna look out, make sure they're kind of like grandmotherly instinct, I guess you could say, kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just making sure everything
Mm-hmm.
is okay and whatnot. So I mean, yeah, I mean those are the type of like those are really good people to have as neighbors. You know,
So you
so
know how I said I wanted to save this thing for the podcast, but then I was like, I want to type it in the Discord, right?
mhm.
I ended up typing it in the Discord, though nobody has read it yet or has replied to it yet anyway. So I'm gonna take that as my cue to say it on the podcast now. So I believe, do you think that mirrors are portals to a different universe?
Again, I
Like
don't.
a alternate dimension.
I mean, if you feed your brain into it, then
Mm-hmm.
well, okay, the portraits of us. But if you believe or like you kind of fool yourself into thinking that it's real, I don't know. You could psych yourself out in a sense. I do not believe so, but I mean, you could just end up psyching yourself out and seem like a crazy person, But I don't believe they're portals to a different dimension.
Let me tell you a story, right?
All right, all right.
I don't believe I'm from um this universe.
Planet.
this universe.
Okay. What brought
Yeah.
this?
What brought this on? It's just that every now and then I think about that one time I looked at my mirror and I was like, hmm, what if I could like go through the mirror, and see what's on the other side? Even though
Hmm.
it's like a replica of the room that I was in anyway, but like
Hmm.
I think at least um hypothetically speaking, my soul is not in the right universe. Okay. So when I went to sleep that night, I felt like I astral projected and I did go into the mirror, right? And I was looking around and clearly it looked like the same thing, but I don't ever remember walking back out of the mirror before I woke up.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
you think you're in some sort of alternate universe, huh? Doctor Strange type business. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes. Other times I don't care.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's yeah, sometimes I feel like, oh damn, what if I had walked back to the mirror that day? Would my life be different? Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
things on both ends would kind of be incomplete because, like, if you will do certain things in like the other dimension and then come back and do certain things in this dimension, well, then like nothing would be complete, but it's like two fractured circles spinning at the same time.
Mm. No,
In a
it's
sense.
just like if I'm over there, right?
Hmm.
then the me over there would have switched places with me because I didn't see another me here,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, yeah, actually, yeah, true.
Yeah.
So like you be doing your stuff over here, and your other you could be causing mischief here. It's like, hmm, interesting, interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so I have another question, and this question to me falls under the same line of if you can like ketchup and not tomatoes, right?
We back at this. We back at okay. What is the question?
Yes.
Bring on the question.
The question is,
Hmm.
can you like chipmunks and not squirrels?
Okay. So
No, no way you're going to. Okay, continue. Let me
no,
hear
no,
your
no,
answer. Let me hear
because
your answer.
no, 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 because like if you live anywhere that's not in the Caribbean or anywhere that has squirrels, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Squirrels can be pests, right? So like if you no, 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 because people don't like squirrels, you know what I mean? They have like
Mm-hmm.
like they exterminate squirrels from around them or like on their property, whatever, because like they're pests and all that stuff, right? So like if you cool with the squirrels, right? You'll be like, oh
Mm-hmm.
dog, and he'd be like, whatever, right? Back at you, and like y'all chill, y'all get down like that, all that good stuff, cool,
Mm-hmm.
you know. You would like you probably like chipmunks as well, right? But like
Mm-hmm.
if a chipmunk, but like if a squirrel is being a pest to you, right, and you hate squirrels because they're just pests, and the chipmunk is cool, I believe you could like chipmunks but not squirrels. So it like
Okay.
it all depends on the relationship you have with said animal, you know what I mean? So and your
Well,
experiences.
I was watching a certain podcast today, and
Hmm.
I was like, there's no way, there's no way, right, that Tristan would agree with this. Because the person said, oh, nah, fam, I hate squirrels. I dislike them. And then the other person, right,
Hmm.
was like, hey, so what about chipmunks, right? What? No, he said, I hate squirrels, but I like chipmunks. And he was like, but how? How? They're the same. And he's like, no, fam, they're not. Chipmunks are cuter. They're more cute. Squirrels are, I don't like squirrels. And I'm like, but they're, what? I was
Now,
confused.
I'm not an expert on like the difference between chipmunk and a squirrel, right? They could be very similar but off by like distinct details and whatever. But again, it just comes to the behavior of the animal and like I said, your interaction and really and like the relationship with that said animal. So yeah, Whereas tomato is literally in ketchup, so like it's the same freaking. So like I don't understand how you go take out tomato but then put ketchup in the burger. It's the same thing. That just don't make sense. You know what I mean? I could get on
Whatever.
board with the chipmunk and squirrel. Like, no, 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 what?
Whatever.
I could get on board with the chipmunk and squirrel thing because like different interactions, sure. But like ketchup and tomato is the same thing. Or they're just weird for no reason, man. Or they just want to be different. Uh,
Clearly, that's something that you hate with a passion. But anyway, moving on. Moving on.
Next time I see you, I'm gonna bring sliced tomatoes in a bag and be like, "Here, eat this."
Kids. Kids.
uh,
Disgusting shit. No. Anyway, would you rather be a confident drunk driver or a shitty sober one?
oh my word!
Yes, yes.
Wow, you
This
hey,
this topic has arrived.
really bringing on these questions today, boy. Ooh, all right, so
Okay, okay,
it's
okay.
not
Let
it's
me
not
let me
lost.
let me
It's
let
not
me
lose
let me,
lose.
let me hit you. Let me hit you. Let me hit
All right,
you
all
with
right, all right,
this in the context. Okay. So I was talking to my mom during this time that if anybody listened to the last podcast, it was.
all right.
Oh wait, no, it coming up. It coming up after this one. So we spoke about this last time, and I was like, I remember that time I got drunk, and that sparked a whole separate topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So along the lines of being drunk, my grandmother and my mother decided to tell me a lovely story about how my grandmother drives like my aunt, and my aunt drives no faster than a snail. Okay, And it
Oh
leaves my
boy.
mom a bit perplexed
Mm-hmm.
because the person that taught her how to drive was a boss at driving. But
Mm.
her words were, he's so good at driving, you would think this man did stunts for a living, okay? because because when he would take corners, he would take corners on two wheels, right? Like his whole car would turn to the
So
side
so
and
so
drive
you
on
so
two
you mean to
wheels.
tell me he rock left and whip right so hard that every time he bought a corner at insane speeds, because this
Hmm.
man's just a G like that. He just pops up on two wheels and be like, "Oh, check this style."
Yes,
Only youngins
yes,
didn't know about this.
yes,
Crazy.
yes. But that's just one instance, right?
Hmm.
They say he wasn't drunk, but he sounded drunk to me. Okay, but anyway,
So he was okay. Okay.
now another one is my uncle, right? So that was Mr. P, right? Mr. P is the one who's drive on two wheels.
Mr. P. All right, Mr.
Yes, he
P.
have no
Right.
patience for nobody, and he just wants to zoom around the place. Okay,
Mm, okay. Okay.
he's the exception. I don't know how he's drive drunk, actually drunk, but it is what it is. No, Uncle M is the one who's a boss driver when he's
Mm.
drunk, but only with small vehicles. Okay, and by small vehicles, I mean anything that is not a truck. Okay,
Right.
so when Uncle M drives a truck, because he worked in a business, or he worked for a company that has trucks, right?
Hmm.
Everyone would complain. All of his coworkers would complain, and mostly because he's, according to my mom, measure the whole entire road when he's driving, and he
How
barely,
how does one?
rarely ever used to drive sober. Okay, and I was like, but how? And she said, because when he drives in a regular car,
Hmm.
you can't tell that he's drunk. He's driving straight. He could parallel park like a G. You understand? Like,
Hmm.
like there was one time his coworkers complained about him, and they threatened to go report him to the police. And my
Hmm.
uncle, drunk, might I add, got into his vehicle, drove all the way to the police station by himself, and slept outside the police station waiting for them, and they
What
never
the
showed
hell
up.
is this?
And like his mom was like, y'all complaining, y'all wanted to go like, be charged or whatever, but
Hmm.
driving under the influence, yet he's waiting by the police station knockout, and you're all not going there. Like, I don't understand. He's outside the police station sleeping, and you're not going. Okay, just full of crap. But yes, no, when he drives sober,
Hmm.
you'll swear, if he's like, clearly we talking about small cars, right? We already established that he can't drive good, period. Right? When like he can't drive big trucks, period.
uh,
So when he's sober, he has to pull in and pull out, pause, go
a big
forward, go
pause.
back,
Hmm.
go forward, go back, just to come out of a parking spot, right?
Hmm.
With no parallel parking previous or prior, right?
Right. Right.
And he would mash brakes a lot when he's driving. Like he I don't know. Mom said it was awful. She she
It
couldn't
may be
handle
one of
it when
those things where like the alcohol takes the edge off and just gives them like a huge confidence boost. You know what I
mm,
mean? It's like how some
mhm,
people just like take a shot before they try to go pick up a girl, and it's just like it gives them a slight confidence, and it's like, well, I got rejected. Time to take another shot. You know, kind of like that. It's like it takes the edge off and gives them some confidence to whip it in a 360 and slide
mhm.
reverse drift entry into a parallel parking spot. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So my question, right, bringing it
Hmm.
back, is: would you rather be a drunk driver, but it has cons? Okay, you could only be a good drunk driver when you drive a small vehicle, and when you go into and not be detected, okay,
Mm.
as driving under the influence. But when you
Hmm.
drive a bigger vehicle other than a small one, everyone knows that you're under the influence. Or would you rather drive like Mr. P and put people in danger, even though you're a boss driver when sober?
That's a lose lose. Okay, so like, okay,
You know,
with
you
the
had to
drunk
pick one though.
with the drunk driving, right? How big a car we talking? That to where okay, this size is like pause. This size is so where people could tell, or you could that somebody's drunk.
Well,
How big we talking?
I'll bleep this out, but the the truck that they said that he drove for his company was,
Ooh, okay. So that's that.
yeah,
Oh,
so that
ooh,
that big of a
all right.
truck.
Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, like whipping it
I
on
don't
two
know why you
wheels
think
around
about
a
it so
corner.
hard though. I've seen your vehicle.
No,
You're
no,
fine.
but like whipping it around a corner is on two wheels is kind of skillful, yeah, you know. It's stylish too, but at the same time, I don't feel like
Mm,
people that drive are like us in this country. So like, I don't think that would be the optimal thing. So I will go with the drunk one. I'll go. Being a boss driver while drunk. Even though
you'll
it will
go with
suck
being
because
a
if I
boss.
do anything cool, I won't be able to remember it from the hangover. You know. So it's literally a lose lose.
I go. Okay. 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 Well, that's gonna be all for this episode. Thanks for tuning into the Mad Hatters International Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the ride through our whimsical world of ideas. Remember to subscribe or follow, leave a review, and share with your fellow Hatters. Until next time, we'll see you in Wonderland when we jump down that rabbit hole again.